Da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Hello world. I'm going to do a bit of Vaquform today for 112 and 110 projects that I have. One is going to be the Lotus 7, or as I would rather call it, the Dunkervoort body shell, which is a multi-part body shell that I'm using for F1 chassis, such as the TRF 102 that I have. And so let me show you what is the mold comprised of. It is comprised of the nose of the car with a little bit of the exhaust collectors and pipes on each side. The front grille, there is a very long cut line for the hood, and then you have those markers here in order to install the LED buckets, light buckets. And then the second part of the body, it's the back with the driver's seat. This side, the passenger seat, as you would be a cup racer, has been closed off, and then you have the roll cage over there that would act as well as a rear downforce element. The head, the helmet, should I say, will be 3D printed, and then on each side you have the wheel arches with the rear lights, so have the left and the right. Those are going to be done in 0.5 mm material instead of 1 mm material, because those are not structural, they're just to cover the wheels on the side. So I'll do them later on, and I will keep this video going with the old making of the body, because I'm repairing my TRF 102 and I have the first prototype of this body on at the moment, which isn't great. So I'm going to redo one. I'm going to find a different color scheme for it probably, and I might be working on some new sticker sheets, so I'm going to put all that together in the video as well. So heating up the PETG, let me show you the reference of the material that I have. The reference material that I'm using is this 1mm PETG from Vaquform. I'm forming it on the Vaquform DT2 desktop vacuum forming machine. Sorry, the light is a bit jittery, I don't know what's going on. Maybe a sign of a light dying on us. Alright. And once I have done that, I'm going to Vaquform as well my 112 go-karts with the main body parts, and then in 0.5 as well have the driver body and arms. Alright, so let's go with the main. The hood of the car. This is a very large piece. So you got that very easily. I'm keeping the white overspray sheets inside. I'm gonna see if it makes any difference, and at the same time, if you want to do some like design with the paint instead of taping the inside of the body, you can just keep that on and then cut it away, and that will do the masking for you. So I'm trying this today. I'm gonna see if it actually works or not. If it does, then that might be beneficial. That might be something I keep on the bodies in the future. Alright, this is vacuuming forever. But hey. Alright, here you go. Release the crackle. No, I think it's the Kraken. The crackle is in the Lego movie. That's when you see that I'm actually 4 years old. Alright, we need to wait for the air to emerge underneath. You should hear a noise, and then you should see the parts separating from the base. Here we can have a good look. Yeah, you hear? Alright, so that's the sound of the air coming back underneath here. So this is the time to remove the piece. Here you go, I'm going to put it over here, let it cool down, we'll take a look at it. Right now it's extremely hot. And we're going to do other parts of the body. So similarly, I'm going to keep the overspray sheet on both sides, the transparent as well as the white one, and we will see what it does. I do not believe this is thick enough to cancel any of the detail that you have on the mold, but that might be a good way to cover from even some dust and stuff like that. Alright, so here we go with the heating. And while, oh, this is really hot, I'm gonna hold my glove onto it. So you see all this mold is totally rough at the back because all this is being cut off, and inside this layer you would put a 1 cm wide double-sided tape, and that would attach to the other part of the body. Okay, so let's this cool down on the floor. Other bodies. And so while this is heating up, I'm gonna put my mold over here in waiting, and I'm gonna give you a quick look at my go-kart mold. Where are the arms of this man? I'll find them. But so here you go. This is basically a universal 112 pan car body that I've done of a go-kart, and the head is 3D printed, and then you have the arms attached to the steering wheel in another part of plastic. And it's a really fun body to drive around. It looks really awesome on the track. It makes the go-kart probably more of a 1/8 scale than a 112 scale, but that's a really cool little trick little body, and it's quite unique. Alright, so let's wait for the Vaquform to heat up to 150, then we'll do the other part. I actually need reinforcement in there. This is getting caved in with the Vaquform. I need to increase that. It doesn't matter really for the form itself because this goes away, but it's a bit of a pain to release from the mold, so this is something I have to work on. Oh, I just found something crunchy. Let's get rid of it. And these molds are not 100% yet. I really have to do a lot better work at sanding and then finishing it, but as at the moment I'm just using it for myself. It's good enough for the use. Alright, let's do this, and then we will move on to the next part. This is a really big piece, you'll see. It's really challenging. It's almost touching the top of the machine. That's about as tall as you're gonna get with this machine, I think. So this is about half of the height. This is probably the tallest thing that I'm vacuuming inside, and it's taking the details really well. It's vacuuming very well inside. I have no webbing at all on the wheel arches. This is good. It's just this is caving in, so this is something I'm gonna have to work on in the future. Alright, so in the meantime I'll come back with the other parts later, and I'm gonna go grab some food. See you, bye bye. Okay, so here I'm back with the second part of the mold, actually the third part of the mold for the Lotus 7, which is going to be the rear wheel wells for the right and the left. So those, I need to cut them out of the mold, so it doesn't really matter to me how they are in regard to each other. I might do them separated, or might do them close, I'm not sure. Let's try separate them first. It's on 0.5 mm, so my worry about that is that there's going to be a crazy amount of webbing here. However, as long as I don't have webbings on any of the arches over there, I'm fine with it, because everything else will be cut away, so that's not a big deal. I kept the white overspray sheet inside as well. Ooh, the warning sign is getting melted by the heat. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so far no webbing anywhere, so this is good news. This is good news. And so we have all the parts we need to build the Lotus 7 now. So let's release everything from the mold and then I'll do the body prep. Alright, I'll be back in a while. Alright, now I am back with the pieces of PETG out of their mold. So I have the hood that is not yet cutted. The cuts that I have were actually to separate the parts from the mold. So I'm yet to cut over there and then make a proper clean cut around this edge that is going to be the edge that sticks around here and attaches to the rest of the body. And so here as well I get a cut around there and I gotta cut this little lip over here. I've already cut the rear over there and I have to cut this lip and this one over there. As you can see, there is still quite a lot of work to do on the mold. It's a bit messy, it's a bit grainy, but I kept the white overpress sheet on the inside, so this way I'm going to use it as masking tape actually. Okay, and the last parts are the wheel arches for the rear. The same, I only have to cut this little lip at the bottom for both of them. Those are in 0.5 mm, this is in 1 mm. And so those will later on, once I have cut the lip, will mount over there on the left and the right and will give the final look to the car. So I'm going to start doing some body prep and start to do some spray. I'm going to start by spraying the roll cage and the exhaust pipes, and then most likely I will do this upper part of the hood in a different color and then the rest of the body, and then the driver and the cockpit I will probably do them in black and then paint on top of the body. I'll paint the driver again like with model acrylic color. Alright, so this is here for now and I'll come back with the body cutted and painted. Okay, so here is the first few coats of paint on the body. So we got the wheel arches that are single color, and then we have the bonnet over there, gunmetal gray for the exhausts, silver and racing green. Same here. I'm yet to do the black inserts, not inserts, but what would be normally the void in the roll cage over there. So this I'm gonna cut the protecting film over there and I'm gonna spray paint, and that would be it. And then after I remove the protecting layer everywhere, I will paint that with some model paint. And yeah, so here is a quick look at what this thing will look like once it's done. I can't really put the wheel wells on because they are not cut properly at the moment, but you get the idea. That's gonna be pretty cool. Right, I'll be back with more.